Hey, how you doing? Austin here. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Here's what I want to cover in this video. I want to talk about the overall cryptocurrency market as it's looking right now. I want to specifically show you and look at some very interesting data and a situation that's playing out related to Bitcoin having to do with long positions versus short positions. We've got a massive spike in short positions, yet Bitcoin is up about 12% right now. And it's really an interesting scenario playing out. I want to look at that, look at this piece of data, and I want you to be aware of this website. You can use this use this for yourself if you're kind of overall wanting to every now and then drop in and see the long positions versus short positions on Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, etc. We're going to go take a look at that here in a minute. Additionally, I have launched my new Patreon private group today, and I've had a lot of interest in this. I had a lot of people wanting this, and so I have launched that. So if you want to go check that out, it will be in a link will be in the description below, as well as in the comments below. If you want to go check that out, I've got a couple of different levels. I've got a really great little group spinning up over there, and it's really a cool little environment we've got. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a brand new portfolio that I'm going to be building. That's going to be just for my Patreon members, and what we're going to be doing is I'll be showing you the cryptos I'm buying and selling, when I'm buying and selling them, and the new portfolio I'm building over there. So if that's something of interest to you, go check it out. And those are in the link. The links are in the description below. All right, let's go take a look at the overall market condition and really look at what's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, etc. Here we go. So as you can see on the screen, I'm on CoinMarketCap, and if you look at the very first line, Bitcoin is up 12.56%. In the last 24 hours. In 7 day, it's really flat, okay? And we've had a very interesting 30 to 46 hours, 30 to 42, 46 hours playing around Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of the other major cryptos. But real quickly, before we kind of dive into that, Bitcoin up 12%, Ethereum up 5%, okay? I'm really looking more at the 24-hour time frame here. Everything is 7 days. It's just been, as we all know, it's been overall rough conditions in the last 7 days or week or so. But it looks like we are absolutely starting to bounce back. We're starting to come back, and I definitely like what I'm seeing as far as kind of this recovery. It looks like we had a major sell-off, and now we're starting to move back. If you look at the global market cap right here, it's 1.63. We're up 9% over the last day. Okay, so we definitely seem to have some money coming back into the overall crypto market. Just to kind of continue to look at some of these, Binance Coin up 8.8, Dogecoin up, up just about 7. It was about 7% a minute ago. So Dogecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin kind of all similar in kind of moving up. XRP moving up. Polkadot, look at this. This is the standout right now, up 16%. Definitely moving up really nicely. Uniswap up 8. Litecoin up 10%. Chainlink up 7. Excuse me, I got some in my throat. Polygon up 4%. Stellar up 6.69. Okay, overall, again, 7 days are in the red. But the last 24 hours, I really do like what I'm seeing in the capacity that it looks like we're definitely getting some recovery moving forward. And if we look at Bitcoin specifically, and we look at the last 7 days, we had a very major sell-off and down to 31,000. We got close-ish, there's your word of the day, to that $30,000 kind of support level. I think that there's a tremendous amount of concern that if we drop below 30,000, that it's not going to be overly good for the entire crypto market if Bitcoin drops below 30,000. So I have to say I was mildly concerned yesterday when we were inching towards that $31,000 range, okay? And I'm going to give you the reason. We're going to talk about this here in a minute as to why this was transpiring. But overall, what I like with Bitcoin is that we're up 12.8%, market cap up a little bit, obviously, volume up 14%. Overall. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to show you this, and I've talked about this in some of my other videos, like my Dogecoin video, but this is something that you need to be aware of. If you're not aware of this site, it's free. It's called Datamish.com right here on the left-hand side, Datamish.com. You see we got Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Cardano, etc. Okay, now when you get here, click on this guy right here, the 90-day. If you decide you want to go check this out, I'm going to walk you around and kind of show you the things that are really relevant and important, but I want you to be aware of that's the 90 days that really the one you want to take a look at, okay? So when you get there, this is showing the price, current price, and we're up 12.5. This is showing the long position. So there's 47,444 long positions, okay? And there are 18,793 shorts positions. People that are shorting it, they are betting against Bitcoin. They make money when Bitcoin goes down, okay? So, but you can see right here, the shorts position is up 175%. Okay, now I've got some interesting things to show you here. What I want to show you, if you haven't ever seen this before, if you have, bear with me. I'll get through this pretty quickly, okay? But this is very relevant to the overall market condition, all right? So the green line right here that you see, the green line represents the amount of people long, the long positions, 47,400, and you can see how that's dramatically gone up, okay? The white line represents the price of Bitcoin, which has fallen. I'm going to explain that here in a minute. And the red line down here represents the number of short positions, and them like right here they were averaging 500 to 900, and you see they started ramping up, and then around May 16th we spiked up to 4,400 plus, and then on May 17th we spiked up to 11,395. Here's why this is relevant, right? You can see there's a direct corollary to this massive amount of shorting that came in around May 17, and you can see that the price of Bitcoin, just watch the dots move. As I move down, see I'm moving down and the price is dropping. Watch the shorts position going up, right? And it continues even after we have this massive spike in the amount of shorts between May 17 and May 18. Bitcoin continued to drop afterwards, even after all the shorting went away. And so the shorts were putting all this selling pressure and dropping the price of Bitcoin. Okay, but then you can see we leveled out, and Bitcoin really stayed kind of in a similar. It stayed volatile, but it did stay that through the end of May. Well, here's where I'm going with all this. In the last on June 6th, we were at 1,400 short positions, 1,466 to be exact, and on June 8th we jumped up to 6,600, and you can even see. Look at the white line. See how this price of Bitcoin plummeted down, and that's where it touched, I believe, that 32,000 range. Then it came back, okay? But here's what I want you to see. It came back, and look at the red line spiking up. That represents over 18,794 short positions right now. Okay. Why is Bitcoin not just plummeting below 30,000 right here, right now? That's the question of the day. I firmly believe it would seem as though there's enough retail buying going on at these levels that has continued to push Bitcoin back up. Okay, that's the chart for Bitcoin. And you can see it's right here where it spiked down and continued. Now it bounced on that 31,700 and then continued to go up. But what this chart doesn't represent, right? It doesn't represent all of this shorting action. The shorting action is spiking like crazy, okay? And yet, Bitcoin is up 12.77%. Volume, by the way, usually when you get a fair amount of a high volume of shorting, your volume spikes through the roof. That's what I saw in the last 24 to 36 hours on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and all these guys when all the shorting was transpiring. Was massive volume, and you can look right here. The volume is represented in this gray section. The volume for Bitcoin is relatively. See, we spiked. So we were here, and we started spiking up, and then we kind of leveled off, and now we're kind of at this level, if you will. Okay. And so the interesting thing to play out here, guys, and the reason I wanted you to show this is that, number one, I want you to be aware of Datamish.com. It's free. Go check it out. 90 days is what I have this set to. But you need to be aware of the fact that this is going on, this massive shorting action. And what could happen in the next 24 to 36 to 48 hours is that Bitcoin could start to fall again. There's a direct corollary to that spiking of that shorting position. Look at what happened here. I mean, go back on May 17th to May 18th. See how it spiked up and then it dropped off and Bitcoin continued to drop. Okay. We'll see how this plays out, right? I want you to be aware of this, and I want you to understand what is transpiring in the overall market conditions, and you need to be aware of it as it impacts your overall holdings. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, whatever it may be, they're all bouncing back today. And despite this massive spike in the overall Bitcoin shorting. Why, Austin, why does it matter if Bitcoin is being shorted if I own Dogecoin or I own Cardano? Because when Bitcoin and Ethereum are being attacked, for lack of a better way to say it, usually the market falls. Usually the market doesn't. I'm not talking about a crash. I'm talking about the price of Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, Polygon, XRP, Litecoin. They go down. Okay. And the only plausible explanation that I can see right here, right this second, is that we have enough retail buying to really effectively offset this massive spike, which is really cool if that is in fact what it is. And then I don't really have access to any piece of data that says that's what it is. But there's really no major bad press around Bitcoin out there, right? We all know that, I think it's El Salvador just recognized them as their legal tender. I mean, so it's crazy. There's some cool stuff out there. But if you look at Ethereum, Ethereum's up 5%. Look at Polygon, it's up 4.8%. Look at Cardano, it's up 5%. All this is happening because Bitcoin is up, itself is up, 12 and change. So we'll see how this continues to play out. But again, my job is to keep you guys aware of this and to let you guys know that this is transpiring, and keep an eye on this Datamish and this number of shorts. I mean, frankly, guys, I expected when I started to see this spike, I'm like, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to start dropping. And it hasn't yet. And I'm not this is not FUD. This is not fear, uncertainty, and doubt. This is me making you aware of the situation that's out there right now. And I want you to be overall aware of what's out there from a market condition scenario, and protect yourself in any capacity that you can, just in case, as always, right? All right, guys, I'll see you down the road. As always, I appreciate your support, and take it easy.